Let's do this!
All right, we are in for a treat here. Game number 3, we get an Iceberg Shadow Fiend. This is going to be great here, Grant.
I just feel though Liquid, they have a draft. We've seen him play throughout months and months, and it's very comfortable. Iceberg does get his kind of, you know, I'm going to swag on everyone hero, but Mind Control Beastmaster is one of my favorite. He's my favorite Beastmaster by far, and I think that the big challenge between non-Grata and Mind Control in these kind of, these offlane roles has been fun to watch. Like, non-Grata has been outfarming Mind Control every game, but Mind Control asking, even with that little bit of farm on that X, he got that triple call middle, and they just won a team fight because of it. So
yeah, tide's turned there.
Yeah,
sure.
I'm favoring Liquid a little, but I mean, FLYTOMOON, you get 5 to 10 kills early, you might just start running over people.
Okay, so a big question there was who was going to play the Vengeful, you know, or the Leshrac. So it's no fear playing Leshrac, so it's going to be support Leshrac, and it will be the core Vengeful. And, you know, we're talking about that. I think the ultimate point that they're making, Leshrac doesn't really feel like a silent hero specifically, and maybe that would have been better in the Terrorblade matchup specifically, but they go for the Vengeful. This idea of we're going to build around Iceberg, our real carry, it feels like, of this event especially, and he's playing a signature Shadow Fiend. Now, of course, he has the Clockwork synergy, so in the laning phase, especially, you'd figure he's going to have a great start here.
They need to have a good job. It's just like last game. Eventually, FLYTOMOON is going to peak. I do like the builds that Iceberg has done. You know, he talked about the Dragon Lance into pure damage. None of the Yules, none of the, you know, other garbage. He just goes straight up damage. But man, he is, this is a bad lane to play against if you're a Shadow Fiend.
Well, yeah, he might have plus 24 damage, but he's going to take plenty of harassment here.
Yep.
So how do you respond to this if you're FLYTOMOON? Do you send a support here too, or is just kind of say, you know, Iceberg will do good elsewhere?
I mean, you could just chill here. You just dominate the other lanes. Obviously, you're going to get harassed a lot, but we see Iceberg's already getting last hits as well as denies. Like, because the tower, I mean, this was a patch long ago, the towers moved closer to the river. It's a lot harder to just actually harass without taking tower hits like we see right there.
Bottom lane, yeah. Beastmaster almost going down, it felt like, but he is going to survive. So how about that from Liquid? Not only what they're doing middle, but they have Beastmaster the bottom lane. They have Terrorblade.
They're diving down the middle tower right now. Oh, they stopped the TP
stop, yeah.
Now Leshrac did a TP instead, but that's the problem. It's still a longer TP right there.
Yeah.
All because Clockworks got canceled, but
it's there pretty late.
I wonder, did No Fear, I'm trying to look, doesn't look like he went the Lil with Orb of Venom, which I really like on Leshrac, especially support-wise. But he's playing the 5.
Yeah.
No, he's not. No Fear.
No,
my bad, yeah, 4. So that's going to be... No fear on the Leshrac. Yeah, this just feels like you have full comfort on Liquid and a little bit different heroes on FLYTOMOON, even just positions and roles, right? Because that means it's going to be a very 5 Clockwork, which is
so much for blade mail.
Improbable. Yeah, you're never going to find something like that. I haven't ever seen it really.
It is a little different. Iceberg realizing he's in a bad spot. TP, it's not going to matter. First blood.
Oh, no.
The Taliban, and that whole start of the Clockwork idea is completely down the drain now.
And it's not only that, right? He tried to TP away, which means he has to run all the way back with no boots. He has no TP because he wasted that, and he has to go all the way back. He is going to be broke.
These lanes set up to dominate for Team Liquid. Kuroki, I'm sure, leading the way with that as far as decision-making goes, so no doubt the start looking very good for Team Liquid. And top lane, Metamorphosis actually with the fly. He's going to bring him in the cogs. That's not really going to do the most. And he's dead. That's a metaform we used earlier on, and Miracle will successfully pick up that kill. So
this lane setup from them, as you said, Terrorblade 17-1, and he's in the aggro dual lane right now, and they're just shutting him down. You can't harass a Nyx or a TB at a lane. Their armor, as well as their HP regen, is so high.
You got to do something, right? I mean, right now, this is starting to look pretty bad for FTM, and it feels like you can't just do static, because even Vengeful at the bottom lane, it's not like he's overwhelmingly winning it. I mean, he's same CS basically as Beastmaster. Top lane, No Fear is going to TP in and help out on Grotto, who's taking some good pressure, but again, for the time being, keeping to the lanes, and Iceberg in that middle lane. I mean, he's 12 and 14, but obviously 12 of those are from the cogs earlier on, and again, with the death, that kind of slows things down with all the souls early.
Man, look at this. They're just leaving Kuroki middle. Matamaman, I mean, you just want to get the Helmet Dominator or something up on Viper. GH looks like he will go down, miss the stun.
Spiked Carapace saving him initially, but with that movement speed increase of the Scorched Earth and the Lightning Storm connection, now the Split Earth actually hits on a Terrorblade. There's no Lightning use, slowing him down initially. Inferno Frontal Blade on top of that, a couple more auto attacks, and a lightning storm. That's a kill in the end, so FTM double kill for No Fear on the Leshrac.
Yeah, they just overextend right there. You see mind control very low. They're just, their regen, they're not shuttling out more regen. Obviously, you only have one chicken, but you see mind control. He just ate his last tango. He's getting a little bit of trouble. They rotate Miracle bottom. I don't know if you're going to have a much better lane. I mean, yeah. Miracle, there's still multiple stuns down bottom with Silent and on the Venge.
Who would have thought Liquid would be the first one to actually change up lanes the way this was going? But yeah, just feeling more comfortable, I guess.
And obviously, Iceberg is struggling, but you know, your Venge is farming, and your Doom he's getting a little bit. And now he's going to run down, but I don't know with what. He's just stealing the bounty rune, I have a feeling.
Oh, he is going all the way to the bottom lane, and maybe he wants to match up now against Terrorblade. And he has no mana to work with.
He has one raise right now and no HP. He's just looking for a one raise kill here.
It's not the easiest to do. Terrorblade, plenty tanky.
It's nighttime though, doesn't see this.
There he goes. He hits the raise. Is it enough damage? Wave of Terror applied. Iceberg using that very far as well, just in case not to get turn kill, but the illusion will do enough damage to take him out. But you know, they got Terrorblade before, so.
They did. That was just, I was like, wait, he has no HP, no mana. I think he expected that death. He probably spent all his gold right there.
Yeah.
So, you know, he'll just go back to the lane. I don't think it's the worst, and you get the kill down low. So, still a 1K lead for Liquid already 5 minutes in.
It's important that they got it first as well before he died. Of course, as far as if you were just planning a turn anyways. Middle lane, Viper, a couple of raises hitting. Always want to fly, cut them off with the cogs. Pushes them back in, but Teleman will go down. So FTM making the rotations now, and well, they're responding. They definitely are responding appropriately. Feels like they have a 4-3 hero kill lead, actually.
Yeah, I love that. The cogs push back right into the double raise. Perfectly played. Always want to fly still. Just has impressed me the most. Obviously, the most experienced player probably on that team, but he's still been making moves.
So what would you expect from Silent here, who is the top farmer right now on his team, at least CS-wise, especially as well, the Thakas, they're going to initiate on Jakiro. Silent is dropping though. The Metamorphosis activated from Miracle. A couple more auto attacks, and Vapor's not going to save him. Always want to fly pop in the cogs. Now he's going to keep Leshrac alive, or will he? Even Miracle's going deep for this. But he's low himself, actually. Lightning Storm turn, always want to fly running in. The battery assault active. Can he get close enough? The one use. Miracle's staying alive for now. Then the Lightning Storm, yes, it's in range. Gets the kill with the vision of the clockwork. And you see Iceberg, though, going down middle lane, despite what happened on him.
Yeah, we've been talking about how Iceberg's, you know, been their true carry besides Silent, carrying throughout the. They're going to need Silent to have a gigantic mid-game lane. When I say mid-game, I mean like the 20 to 25-minute mark. And you brought up Venge. I would still like to see a Helmet Dominator Venge. I still think it's like the best item you can pick up on that hero, especially early.
Yeah, the heroes definitely.
Drums as well, sorry.
Drums, Helmet Dominator. We occasionally see like that Mask of Madness style where more the aggressive, I want to right-click people down, but it seems like, again, you build around Shadow like you're saying, so definitely see that coming out as far as item builds go. So Iceberg already 3 deaths, obviously locking him down. Good strategy. Mind control using the Primal Roar defensively. And he will be just fast enough to actually escape right there. But again, Primal Roar now going to be on cooldown. Middle lane, always want to fly. Invis room, that's a nice setup. The Teleman, can he actually get out? He has a Viper Strike as well himself. Maybe get to set up a turn kill if anything, but he's definitely dead in front of Blade auto attack. Will finish the job. Always want to fly. He's probably going to get run out. Kuroki in the back line was there. He gets hit. They have no connects, but always want to fly tanky enough initially. Finally dies, but GH now is on trouble too. One race connects himself, and Angarado, the Shockwave, double kill for Doom. Obviously, the big picture working out for FLYTOMOON.
Yeah, Angarado, he's been killing it all series, even in their losing effort right there. And he's just moving around getting stuff. The problem is mind control is just so, you see, he's level 6 while the Venge is level 5. Mind control just staying in the lane, trying to build up farm. I still like what Liquid's doing here because they know eventually FLYTOMOON is going to 4 to 5 man and just push them. So they stay and get this early experience. Even if they lose a few kills, they'll still over level them.
Yeah. I heard a Sunder going off actually at the bottom lane, I believe. Yeah, Leshrac's going to be turned right there. So Miracle using his Sunder. I'm guessing that Leshrac thought he had the kill. Welcome to Sunder though. Gets it at level 6 at this point.
If you always save a point, we saw a couple actually players didn't save points and they ended up dying because of it, but there, just save it. Maybe you don't need it, maybe you do, and it gets him a kill.
Maybe Leshrac was calling his bluff there, hoping he didn't have it, of course, so. In the end, though, Miracle gets the last lap. Iceberg finding himself in the jungle now. If there's one thing Shadow Fiend can do, it is recover. He's one of the best in the game.
Yeah, we talked about Visage can't catch up last game. That's why it's fine to come to team fight. Shadow Fiend, he'll always catch up.
He will. Doom is level 6, so is Doom Effect ready to come out. Rocket flying through Kuroki. The double raise landed by Iceberg. Promeroy top lane once again somewhat defensive. Using it on a clock right there, going for the kill out of Silent with the response to it, but no, the cogs come out and on mind control. He basically has to accept death as batteries all locking him down. GH goes down to the bottom lane as well as they dive him into the trees. Terrorblade just has the illusions nearby to help. And 2 kills more for FLYTOMOON.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. You have the early game, you just continue pressure, especially with that bad start by Shadowfiend. Luckily, you have brought him back into the game, but FLYTOMOON, not the highest level, but he has been firing decently.
Tier 1 middle. Iceberg will port in.
Shadowfiend's level 8. He's the highest level in the game by himself, which is nuts after that early start.
Denied attempt difficult. He's in trouble here. Cogs trying to help, but FLYTOMOON able to just turn into him, though. And Iceberg probably going to die. Always want to fly. He's dead, too. But that kill, Terrorblade in the response. Now FLYTOMOON by himself to the Shadowfiend. But they're going to get 2 points out of this most likely. No fear sitting on top of Diamond. Wears off, however. He falls not chronically. At least he gets it off before he dies. Triple kill from FLYTOMOON, but he will die himself in response. We have 25 hero kills, 10 minutes. The action of this series is just intense, man. I love it.
Yeah, and it's not like it's just crazy. We're just going to run at each other and play really badly. These are like controlled team fights, and you see the players just keeping in, calling for their cores to come help them out. And that was a lot of experience and gold for mind control, though. And that's one of the heroes, like, you see, oh, we have a Terrorblade. We want him to just get farm. You don't want to get Beastmaster early farm because he can come online super quick.
And you were just talking about how Viper was maybe a little bit underfarmed. Well, jumps up to top of the network chart with this Terrorblade teammate. So top 3, of course, belonging on the side of Team Liquid. Ooh, that's a Vendetta use from Nyx Assassin hunting around, but
that's going to be one thing you see in this game. It's so nice versus Lashrak, right? If he tries to pulse Nova, push out a wave, you get the guaranteed carapace onto him.
Nyx was a great pick, and one of the reasons, you know, the opener of the Nyx Assassin.
You see PSG, LGD still loves first picking that hero.
Yeah. While we ultimately are seeing maybe the Lashrak more as a support instead, but still has to worry about that. Mutombo, bottom lane, always want to fly, he's going to find a first though, shot in. Battery Soul sitting on top, great job with the Ice Path, however, Silent caught by it, he does have a swap. See if that comes into play, puts a wave of terror out, always want to fly, Battery Soul still ticking away on Mutombo, finally gets the kill, and now GH, he's overcommitted, Spike Carapace wearing off. He has another Vendetta, but they dust him up and they pick up a second kill as well.
He's still, Non-Grad is still running in.
He wants more.
He saw somebody TP'd in. It was Kuroki was actually down there. He saw the Ice Path, but he just runs away. There you go. Keep up this pressure. That's what you do. They're still only up less than 1,000, and this is why. Mind control, miracle, pressuring that tower wall there is getting pressured. Yeah. It's just smart play.
So the cores of Liquid, all 3 continue to do very well despite the pace of this game, despite giving up 16 hero kills at 11.5 minutes. But yeah, look at that Necro. Level 1 already finished. Level 2 and 3 well in the works for the Beastmaster here.
Now, if they get a medallion, they can take Roche so quickly. You commit a Metamorphosis plus book and a medallion, that Roche is going to drop quick for Liquid. On the other side, you have Venge, but not the best Roche-taking team, obviously.
Yeah. So Shadowfiend, he is going the Dragonlance early on.
Same build we saw where he just carries. He's a carry hero at this point. He still gets raise damage and stuff, but he just goes all out, Crystalist, that kind of stuff.
Well, do you think it's going to be an early Hurricane Pike though, or something like that, or is he just going to the Dragonlance for now?
I think he's getting Dragonlance for the stats.
Lashrak, he did not know GH was here, of course. Primaror up on the top of your screen though, locking down the clockwork, got on the Terrorblade Metamorphosis with the cogs, and he'll be beat down, so they lose 2 on the side of FLYTOMOON, well played by Liquid.
Iceberg has to be careful here. He wants to push out the wave so they can't get a tier 2, but they're just running at him.
He knows they don't have Roar, however, so feeling a little more comfortable. And does have support cover. Great Ice Path from Kuroki in the dual breath. We'll kind of zone them away. Iceberg still up the top at that tier 2 tower.
And these Ice Paths, that bottom one as well, pardon me, Reflection comes out.
Terrorblade going in, Asunder. He does put him at half life, trying to set up for the Wild Axes. Almost a kill. The good attempt there from Liquid, but not enough. And now they'll just turn their attention to that tier 2 tower.
I haven't seen him not hit a 2-man Ice Path. That one bottom that secured him so he didn't die, the one top right there, just cuts out the team fighting. But Metamorphosis is going to be running out here pretty soon, so I think they're going to back out, wait for the next Metamorphosis, and then go for either a smoke gank or a smoke Roche.
Now Grada has drums finished, so his Doom once again managing to find some pretty good farm. Vengeful's dying off a little bit with her farm. You know, Silent being the true carry, or the position 1 technical player of the team, still trying to work on his own drums, and we mentioned the Helm of the Dominator possibly, but
I think, yeah, it was drums or Helm. I think either one, you just want that early game pressure, and those are the cheap, kind of basic economy items.
They already got drums though on Doom, so I think there's the argument to be made that maybe Helm would have been better, but In a hindsight thing, sure. Nick's assassin. I was gonna say, not only does he get plenty of information, but he picks off the courier as well. Similar to a bounty hunter, of course.
No, he's just moving. He's still just moving around. I wonder if he's trying to get a ward down. But On Grad and No Fear, they're doing the same thing. Everyone just running behind each other's towers. It's nighttime, and uh-oh, Matumba. He's caught in quite the precarious place.
Yeah, not the greatest place to be in right here. He's pinging out. He's like, please help me, but they're just going to collapse. They use Doom, they use Hookshot, and there's really nothing more the Green Man himself can do. Viper's dead. Dead for 30 seconds. Tier 1 tower should transition into it nicely.
This is what they have to do. They know Metamorphosis is on cooldown, so Liquid doesn't want to straight up 5v5 or even defend.
Blink Dagger queued up for Doom. Of course, would be nice to have that. If you're Doom here, you looking to catch the Terror Play going into a fight, maybe before Metamorphosis?
Yeah, obviously, like right there, they just get on the Viper because he's an easy target. It secures your tier 1, but in those later fights, yeah, you just want to blink, go on Terror Blade, and just scare him out of the fight, even if he gets a BKB off later.
Ooh, GH finds Iceberg. Now, there is support coming over, though, and GH is currently by himself. Oh, they know he's here, apparently. They dust up, and I think they saw it all along somehow, but not going to be able to get the turn kill, at least initially. Always want to fly no hook shot for 50 more seconds.
Yep.
Miracle, ooh, close call. Gets that battery assault off. Nope, GH will also actually TP out. That was a long TP. Managed to just barely get out in time.
And this is exactly what Liquid wants. They're down a little bit of gold, but here you go. Let's just do Roche. They got the Hairblade Metamorphosis, exactly what I said. Just, it's simple. This is when Liquid plays best, when they can do exactly what they want to do and finally moves up 5 kills, but it definitely doesn't feel like they're in control of the game at all.
It does not. That's slight net worth lead for Liquid, but more importantly, now the Aegis picked up on Miracle. He did just use the Metamorphosis to help kill Roshan. Now, will he maybe use more of that as far as a pushing, or looks like he's farming for now, but they're finding a couple of heroes. Assassin, the Sentry, did spot him initially, but it comes out, but they lock down Silent with that proper aura, as well as the electric on the back lines, and they'll both melt away the macro fire. So fitting right there.
I'm telling you, Croaky can't miss it. 2-man Ice Path again, hits on both of them and sets it up. And now they, even without Metamorphosis, they could possibly push in this tier 2 middle. Because Iceberg doesn't want to pressure a tower by himself. You never know versus a Nyx if he's on top of you or not, if he's not showing on the map. They're going to rotate up there, so.
Iceberg picks up that haste rune at the bottom. That's going to continue pushing out the bottom lane, at least farm down there. But yeah, if they go all the way to tier 2, which it looks like they are, wouldn't be surprised to see FTM somewhat response. In fact, Leshrak's already TPing in.
I think you have to get out. Croaky has no mana right now. Yeah, he's TPing. Matema, man, he might have taken a little bit too long here.
Rocket Flare gets the vision, and they do have a Doom, but obviously not necessary right there. You see the Leshrak dealing plenty of damage too, so this Leshrak in more of that position 4 role, he's potentially going to get some decent farm.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Even though you're in a, a lower farm priority position, Pulse Nova is still going to do an insane amount of damage and be able to help you farm. We saw Lil. He pretty much always turned into another core when he played Leshrak.
Yeah. All right, so Vengeful does have the drums finished. Looking to go Dragonlance himself into a BKB is the mindset of Silence. Aetherlance.
Yeah, see, he is farming. That's the thing. Leshrak, even support. You're going to find farm because you're the wave shove. It's you and Iceberg pretty much.
Now, they're talking about earlier, Kyle specifically, I believe, was mentioning about the Blade Mail possibility on a Clockwork. Now, especially being position 5, we already stressed that it's not as ideal to be getting. So, going to be delayed. Mind Control, that's not working. Doom runs in, and now Mind Control. Can he actually
still under Rocket Flare, so.
Hookshot connected on his teammate, but of course, it's going to set up the kill.
Yeah, that's just good use of that Rocket Flare, giving him vision that whole time, and easy kill on Mind Control, but bottom lane will get pushed in. Oh,
Rackwave going on top. There you go. The Aegis. And now TP coming in from Doom. He has a Doom. As you mentioned, there we go. Going to be applied. Miracle's in trouble. Auto attacks flying in from Shadow Fiend. No support nearby. Nyx Assassin is running over, as is Jakiro, as Terrorblade fast enough. The lack of lockdown hurting FTM's chances.
Nice double.
And a great double impale stun to secure the getaway for Miracle. So, well, they burn the Aegis at least.
They do. I think it was burning itself very shortly. They defend the tier 1 tower more so, which means it doesn't open up that, their shrine, that triple triangle of neutrals they want to farm.
So the Shadow Blade pick up on Shadow Fiend is right there. It proves to be a very worthwhile pickup.
Yeah, went there last time. I mean, he's doing the damage. You want him to get on top of people as well. Just keep playing aggressively. No defensive items.
Silent wants a swap clearly. He's going to get it off on Matama Man. Now will it work out in the long run? Kuroki's nearby. Ice Path flying out. Silent gets turned on. Viper Strike on him. Matama Man with Iceberg nearby. Trying to live against those auto attacks. One more nice. Proper one blasting. Always on his side. He comes in with a hook shot. Trying to keep Iceberg alive. Iceberg too much damage, so he's taking. He will end up going down. Kuroki 4-step away. He's going to actually live. You see the vengeful aura kicking in right there as far as resurrecting. Not resurrecting, but spawning an illusion of Shadow Fiend. But a little bit of damage. Always want to fly.
Surrounding him.
Okay, I guess he's fine. Pops the cocks, he gets away. But yeah, they were desperate for that initial kill. It did not even work out on Nick's assassin. All right, almost. Got the stun, but not
biggest thing I noticed from that team Vice, Kuroki has a 4-staff. That's more form than he's had in the previous 2 games. That's a pretty nice form. Gets out of there, and now he's going back in.
He's going to use it right here to set up a possible kill on Novir. Swap the one terribly, puts him in a bad spot. Nagrata coming in. No Doom effect, though. Inferno Blade, where's that Sunder? You know it's coming up potentially. Miracle trying. He does Sunder the Silent off to the side. Playing that Vengeful Spirit. Ice Path goes down. Silent goes down. Miracle's living with that Metamorphosis. No, he finally goes down. The Inferno Blade connects from Nagrata. No fear. Edict is out with that Pulse Nova Mind Control. He's going to be run down. Wild X is not going to save him, and he'll be run down securely. Kuroki burns to the scorched earth.
God, no fear. He's turned into a core. He's doing an insane amount of damage. He TPs late into that fight and just cleans everyone up right there. And you see damage done to his Miracle on one team and then Leshrac on the other side, and has the Manta, but it's still, it feels like Kuroki's really saving him with these Ice Paths, and they're not even winning fight with these 2 to 3 mans every time, and he just continues farming.
Well, we also saw Terrorblade queuing up that BKB, and you were just talking about Leshrac and how he is actually having some pretty high impact here. BKB definitely makes sense for the Terrorblade.
Yep. Rankins on Shadow Fiend. Obviously, Roar can pierce that, but really, you have a lot, right? Viper Strike goes through the BKB as well, so yeah, it's going to be tough, but I still think, I think just BKB might just be better, but yeah.
That is a curious, no, he hasn't committed to it just yet, so I wonder if that could be a change of mind from Shadow Fiend, but we'll see if Iceberg does or not. You see his talents he's picked up, has a little more movement speed.
Even if you do go like the right-click build, which he's going, you still get the spell amp as well as the Shadow Rays damage, which you've seen him do in the past. And 15, oh, Leshrac, look at that life now. 1,500, not too shabby.
It's pretty tanky. Beastmaster, of course, has an Necronomicon level 3 finish. Has had that for a little bit. Using that Hawk to scout out the dire jungle, but as we see, no one going to be spotted because they are smoking down here. Towards them, actually. And Silent.
They're split up. Well, more so just Miracle is not there, so it's going to be a 5-on-4 if they take a fight here.
And that they are at this rate. Here we go. Yields initiation on the Beastmaster. Doom applied to Nick's Assassin, so he's going to be out of the fight completely. They do get Beast, and Nick's Assassin also will be run down. No Roshan to do, but they get 2 hero kills out of this pretty quickly from FLYTOMOON.
Yeah, and it looks like Kuroki just trying to get some wards down in that jungle wall this happened. Yeah, that was just you could see that bad fight coming for Liquid. Obviously, we have the vision, they don't. Miracle pushing out top, but I like that he makes everyone run up top and he just TPs bottom and farms up.
Silent. So no Helm of the Dominator coming out from him, or you saw the Dragon Lance progress.
You just go one or the other, and he went with the other one, so this should be a pretty easy tier 1 here. You can't really defend if you're Liquid, especially with Beastmaster being down, but no creep wave for about 5 seconds.
Does have the maxed out Wave of Terror first. Only level 2 Vengeance Aura, so let's get that maxed out as soon as possible as well to really benefit, especially Iceberg.
Yep, I mean, just that little extra burst damage, especially against someone like a Terrorblade who already has high innate armor.
Kuroki.
Damn.
He's going to get away. He's playing a hell of a Takiro this game.
I mean, he's been keeping him in this game with his Ice Paths.
Iceberg, he gets swapped out initially. Bravo War locking him down still. Finally wears off. He is slowing. Mike Control speaking to being slowing. The lightning storm on him, but now no fear. He's trying to run the Maelstrom procs from Viper. Enough damage. Yes, he dies basically as he teleports back to base. Iceberg still being run down. After all this, Silent doing what he can to save him. Iceberg says, I got a TP. That's my only play, and it actually works out. Holy crap. How did he live? Silent may end up going down. In fact, he definitely will. Double kill ends up happening. Always want to fly here late. Go for a turn kill, but now it's just desperation at its finest. So, I mean, I guess Iceberg gets out. That's the good news for FLYTOMOON, but they still lose 3 heroes.
Man, you lose Venge and Leshrac, who's pretty much a core at this point now, out farming a lot of the others, but yeah, this is just all good for Liquid, right? Because Miracle, he's just been farming And that's all you need to do.
How about Viper, by the way? There was I want to say it was no one for VP. We saw in group stages.
Yeah, the straight up right-click build, which it seems CS likes to do that a lot, like Shadow Fiend and Viper, which you don't always see just straight up damage. But yeah, paying up that Maelstrom.
Not as far.
Yeah, not as far, but
in that game. But
this is still Metamorphosis up. They're just taking towers. Roche is up. They might just be able to go do it right now if they heal up. I don't think you want to take a team fight when you know Lesh is farmed and Shadow Fiend does have ulti still.
Yeah, that Requiem saw come into play earlier. Nyx Assassin, he's a little under half-life, so risky play of sorts there, but he'll back off just fine. Iceberg is pretty committed now to that Linken's. The orb picked up. Also level 18 just around the corner for him.
That's the problem, right, with this core Venge we saw. You're like, oh, Venge, nice save on Iceberg. And you're like, wait, he's our carry, though. And Silent just dies either way. Silent's level 12. Very under level. Is he lower than... He's not lower than Always Want to Fly, but he's the second lowest level on his team.
Yeah, that's... God, that's not hitting me until you just said that. Holy crap, he is the under level. He's level 13 right there, but... That really does.
No Fear is 16 on the support last trick, higher than the offlane.
He basically became the core over Vengeful at this rate. BKB finished on Terrorblade. We stressed earlier how truly great that would be for him. So now with the BKB, this Terrorblade becomes much more difficult of a target to kill. Iceberg, he's dealing with the Necronomicon minions. There you go.
And now I think you wait for Bo3 to be up on Beastmaster and you can just go into Roche again. You can almost just straight up 5-on-5 even without a gank because you have the BKB on Miracle. You still have to watch out for the Doom, obviously, so you're not always going to get good Sunders off. More than likely, never, actually.
Yeah. BKB on Doom. Just around the corner for him. Terrorblade now is the Butterfly queued up, so obviously going to be a little bit before Miracle has that in hand, but that's the idea.
Strength changes in the last patch. You see 2.3 HP on Doom, so it's like, well, if we just kill the Doom, he won't be able to ever get Doom off on Miracle, but you can't burst him down. He's so tanky.
Yeah. Iceberg being patient in the middle lane with that Shadow Blade, but not going to find any opportunity. Nyx Assassin, meanwhile, has a heals to go with the Arcane Boots early on, so GH heals itself pretty nice out now for him, and Aeon just queued up. But
we've seen a lot of just Nyx's. They like going in right, get two Carapaces off in a team fight because ooh, they're going to possibly go for a Roche themselves. I don't know about this one, but they know Miracle was farming Bun. Can he get here quick enough?
He's running over. Now the Hawk will spot this. Here we go. GH going to be jumped up by Carapace. Wearing over there. Massive little stun though at 05-year-old. The proper reluctant Light Track. He's dead already. There's a Requiem of Souls. Not the greatest damage coming out, but it does reduce damage as well. Slow, remember. Iceberg's trying to run though. Iceberg wants to get the hell out of here. The Doom is active on Terrorblade. The Doom so he can't Sunder. But he doesn't need a Sunder when he's a second. Everybody's down. 5x from the Shadow Fiend. Maybe he would need that Sunder now. Always want to fly running down Terrorblade. But he's just on the outskirts in that Metamorphosis form, doing plenty of damage. Doom will fall. And now Liquid can clean up Roshan for themselves.
That was a 5-man Carapace. That was a self-inflicted 5-man stun. And it just won that team fight. Now, Roche was half HP. They know they can take it. They know there's only one hero. What if he just tries to walk in there? Bo3 will scout him. Miracle Sunders him. What a 5-man Carapace. All right, that just wasn't a good fight from FLYTOMOON right there. You can't get gone on like that. And Kuroki as well hits the Ice Path on the back on Shadow Fiend. So he's played so well this game.
That Carapace ended up being a Ravage.
Yeah, it was.
It's what it ended up being. A very short cooldown Ravage that was self-inflicted, as you pointed out, from FLYTOMOON. So yeah, even going into it though, you called it. It really that was a very desperate play there from FLYTOMOON, really trying to force something. And I mean, they were trying to fall behind with the Terrorblade and everything, but not necessarily needed either. And now Liquid has even a bigger lead.
And Doom got the Doom off. I keep saying Doom a lot, but they got it off on that Terrorblade, but the problem was he was 1v1 fighting a Shadow Fiend, and Shadow Fiend's like, well, you got the Doom on me. It's not doing damage though, like it's just silencing me, and I'm just gonna right click you. Man, this feels like this is gonna be one of those games that's just Miracle owning. He's level 19, Kuroki level 18, obviously. EXP talent gains are, not underrated at all, but just very good.
Pretty nice. And Jakiro's feeling that. No fear. Leshrac, he's in trouble. Another great Ice Path. catches him, and he's going to try to keep running away, but Eels, the Eels war is coming out. Nice and follow-up, and really Leshrac didn't have a chance right there.
Yeah, they're just playing confidently on the map now. You didn't see this on, even last game, Liquid won, right? But they didn't play as confident around the map. And when I say that, Miracle's just running to one side. Some of the supports go run after him on the other team, and then they just four-man and take towers and get these solo pickoffs.
Great vision coming down from Kuroki once again. That's an easy tier 2, and why would they stop? They have an Aegis still.
Don't even have to commit Metamorphosis right now. You almost want to die first so you can Metamorphosis after the BKB so you don't lose it.
Yeah. Don't even have it anyways, but I think even if he did, you're right. At that point, the tower, it's fallen, so what does FTM do? They're down Leshrac, who actually is a decent source of damage for them right now. They can't feel comfortable to initiate, so that's going to be a tier 3 tower kill, and guess where Liquid's going next? Let's go to another objective, that being the Shrine.
This is the exact opposite of what happened last game, right? You heard Kyle talking about it. Tier 3 goes down. They didn't take a Shrine for 20 to 30 minutes. They take it less than a minute after.
That's like 15 seconds. It was just right on cue there.
And he almost has a full butterfly now. He is about 700 gold away. And then obviously BKB plus that, you have the evasion as well as Magic Community. No one's going to do damage to you. You're just going to get doomed and right-click anyone anyways.
Liquid full on retreating, always want to fly, trying to catch some straggler. Matama Man maybe, if he goes for a hook shot in, he tries.
Close,
it was a long distance.
Oh.
Right there, so they're still kind of running after them. Iceberg's in the area with the Shadow Blade. There's Nyx Assassin throwing out the impel, and they put the sentry down as well, so Shadow Fiend actually running away himself. And that'll be the end of that. Vengeful Spirit trying to finish a BKB, but again, it's been an underperforming game for Silent, unfortunately, here on the Vengeful. Kuroki.
He just had a great game. He's just hiding. He's ready to set something up, but they're all looking for him. Look, he needs to TP out immediately.
He wanted to have some fun first.
Wow, he gets away.
He just that's 5 heroes on FLYTOMOON that comes to him, and then he just TPs away. And when a support can do that, you know the game is in your control.
And that's what you always talk about Wave Chef. He cleared out that full creep wave and made 5 heroes go down there. So a 2 for 0 kind of thing right there for him. And there's a damage. I wonder if Viper will go. I'd still like a Hurricane Pike. He has the Maelstrom and BKB. Yep. I think, you know, just Hurricane Pike, maybe it's too late for it. Maybe he just goes for something else, but he's a pretty big source of damage now.
Absolutely. Middle lane. Clear out all the tier 2 towers, so those are done, and Liquid just moving so fluidly right now, and they're looking for a kill this time. Mind control, oh, Yule will stop him. Nyx Assassin with that spike here, but always want to fly. Great job with the splitters from Leshrac, trying to keep Leshrac alive. Here we go, Knockrider jumps in, the mute is up on Matama Man. Matama Man, he's, nope, they get stunned. Oh, Miracle! He ties because of that. Oh, pops the Aegis though, but now he finds out the right wave right on top. The miss time, Iceberg went just a fraction of a second too early. Miracle comes up with the BKB, and now the turn around goes like this there. Favor, 4 heroes are dead for FLYTOMOON. It's only Iceberg, no buybacks on anyone. That's at least the racks right there. Oh, that was lower finals nerves at its finest.
It was, and I love the beginning of that fight. You see all these things. I talk about the Pulse Nova with the Nyx, right? Always hitting that Carapace. He cogs, right? He just runs into the cogs on purpose and Carapaces, so it stuns up the Clockwork. Just heads up play from GH. I love it.
And that's probably it.
It's over.
Liquid just going to go. Cutthroat, they're going to go for the win.
They have no glyph right now. Yeah, I think it's just over. And Iceberg doesn't have an ulti. Let's see.
It's done itself, and that'll do it. Adding insult to injury. Always want to fly. He comes in, but the GD's already called. Liquid's going to the grand finals to take on GD for another rematch.
That was Liquid got their comfort heroes. You picked the Core Revenge, which hasn't worked in a decent amount of time. Hometown team does go down, but Liquid playing so well. And I can't wait. You know, I went out for a run last night. Got to lose some of this baby fat finally, but I saw Kuroki was out there with his team. Yeah. They were just talking about everything that went wrong. I was like,